Okay, can you just go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Sadie Dominguez. I am from Oakland, California, and I've been living there like 99% of my life.
Okay, so can you talk about some things that are specific to Oakland that you really like? So, what are some of Oakland's greatest assets?
Um, I like that Oakland is really just diverse, and it's with its diversity comes along its sort of passion for social justice, like all of our protests that we have, and if you have an issue that is important to you, you will find your people that will be like, yeah, let's protest this, or let's actually get things changed. Yeah.
Okay, so what are some of the major problems facing Oakland, and are they economic, social, environmental, or some other kind of problem?
So, the biggest problem right now facing Oakland is gentrification, which is where, in Oakland's case, a lot of young, rich white people are moving into the historically um, people of color and low income and people on I forget what it's called, like public housing and all that live. Their landlords are increasing their rent by hundreds of percentages, like 500% or something, and then which forces to them to kick out the older residents who have lived there, and then brings in all these new people that they can then charge more to, which is really messed up and causing a lot of problems.
Okay. Um, do these problems affect everyone in your city the same way, or is more of the burden put on specific sections of the population?
So it definitely affects more of, I'd say, like the words English. Um, it mostly affects the lower income, and majority of time it's the people of color who are disproportionately affected by gentrification because they can only afford, especially if you're low income, you can only afford so much money for your rent, and then the landlords don't really care. So it definitely affects those who are in the more um, low income areas, but those who live in like the hills, it doesn't really matter to them because they're rich.
So, what do you think are the underlying causes of these problems, and how do you think they could be addressed?
Um, I think the underlying, or like the reason why it's happening in Oakland, and the underlying reason is mostly because all like San Francisco is becoming more of a like tech industry and all that, so there's all these people moving in to San Francisco, which is increasing their rent, so then they just come across the bridge to Oakland, which then caused our rent to become increasing, and it's just going to sort of continue until they kick out all the people who can't afford to live there. um, but we are trying to deal with it. Like, they have passed like propositions and other things to deal with rent control and like landlords not being able to kick out their renter people on like short notice, which is another common thing they do. But it's like really complicated and really annoying.
Mm-hmm. So, do you personally think that the cost of addressing these problems is worthwhile? Um, if they are already being dealt with, is it being done in a sustainable way?
I definitely think that it is worthwhile to deal with these problems and try to get them fixed because Oakland has always been um, extremely diverse in all ways, but with all these new people coming in, they're pushing out those who make Oakland as diverse as it is. And then you lose not only part of the culture of Oakland, but like these people who like should live here and have lived there